3 Israeli hostages released by Hamas on Saturday have returned home to Israel. It was the fifth hostage release in the ceasefire deal that came into force on January 19th. Eli Sharabi, Ohad Ben Ami, and Or Levi were captured during the 7 October 2023 incursion into southern Israel, which sparked the war in Gaza. Sharabi and Ben Ami were taken from Kibbutz Be'eri, one of the hardest hit communities of the attack. Including Saturday, Hamas has so far released 21 out of a total of 33 hostages set to be freed in the first 6-week phase of the ceasefire deal. In exchange for Saturday's release, Israel is releasing 183 Palestinians being held in Israeli prisons. Shortly after the hostage release in Gaza, a bus carrying a few dozen Palestinian prisoners headed to a meeting point in the West Bank, greeted by their families, friends, and well-wishers.
The far-right Patriots for Europe party wants to be the new normal in Brussels and across the EU. Its leaders have gathered in Madrid for a 2-day summit to map out a strategy to take over the Socialists, Liberal and European People's Party. Geert Wilders, leader of the PVV party in the Netherlands, sent a message to all world leaders saying that the times of Macron and Scholz were over and part of history now.
Yes, we will make Europe great again because we are victors. We are victors because we are winning the elections and our people are demanding change.
Geert also said that the times of Macron and Scholz were over and part of history now. Hatreds for Europe includes the likes of Marine Le Pen's National Rally, Viktor Orban's Fidesz, Matteo Salvini's Lega and Geert Wilders. But only Orban currently holds a seat in the Council of the EU. Hatreds for Europe aim to gain majorities in national governments and EU decision-making to replicate Trump's Make America Great Again in Europe, adapting US and Latin American policies to EU member states.
One person was killed and 10 wounded in a Ukrainian strike on Makivka, a town in Ukraine's partially occupied Donetsk region, Moscow installed officials said. Earlier in the Ukrainian city of Kherson, 3 civilians, including 1 child, were injured in a Russian shelling. The head of the city's military administration said several houses were damaged, with 1 catching fire. Ukraine's Air Force also reported on Saturday that its air defense shot down 67 Russian drones across the country overnight. Russia's defense ministry claimed it had shot down 36 Ukrainian drones over its own territory as well. One of the targets was an oil refinery in Russia's Volgograd, according to its regional governor. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Friday night that Russia has again deployed North Korean troops on the Kursk front line. The statement came just days after South Korea's intelligence service stated that North Korean troops had done the opposite and been pulled back. The Baltic states of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania disconnected their electricity systems from Russia's power grid on Saturday in order to integrate with Europe's system. Aimed at integrating the countries more closely with the EU and boosting security, the years-long process gained urgency with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Despite worries about possible sabotage and disinformation, no disruptions were reported during the switch.
Tai yra pagaliau pasiektas tas tikslas, kuriuo mes ilgai siekiam. Ką tai reiškia techniškai? Tai reiškia, kad mes išeinam į izoliuotą darbo režimą, bet iš esmės Baltijos šalių energetikos sistema yra pagaliau mūsų rankose. Mes ją valdome.
For a day and a half, the Baltic states are operating independently. Their power grids are being synchronized on Sunday afternoon with the continental European grid. At the same time, European commissioners, including President Ursula von der Leyen, are attending the Baltic Energy Independence Day celebration in Lithuania.